Good morning, everybody. GC Kane here, wishing you guys a very happy new year. Happy New Year 2022. I hope you guys are safe and you had a safe celebration last evening. Now, coming back to the tournament, the mini international party 9-hole cup expert division final round. As you can see from my scorecard, I hit a minus 15. I missed only part threes, and out of those part threes, I missed two of the part threes like very close. And hole 2 part 3, that can also be tweaked. So basically all drops are possible in terms of eagles, but in terms of albatross, hole 5 and hole 3 are also were like how do I pull them, maybe like close misses. Maybe using a couple of more practice tokens can give you those drops as well. So I do see an expert 3 people hitting minus 18, 19, or maybe even a 20. And for a tier 2 banner, you might be needing, I would say, somewhere 16 minimum with a qualifying round of 15 minimum to have a banner like first or second place. So hole 1 par 4 is a drop. Then we have a drop on hole 4 par 4. Then we have a drop on hole 7 par 4. And the remaining regular par 5 eagles. Carve the Com, thank you so much for the wishes. I wish you a very happy new year as well. So for multiple holes, like for hole 1, I have two approaches. I will show you two approaches. Sorry, for hole 1, I have multiple drives, and you can select whichever makes you comfortable. See, I have here hole 1 opponent sent at 1. So we are first gonna have a look at that. Depending upon the club level and the ball you're choosing to play with, you can go ahead and play any drive you feel comfortable with. So my opponent is playing here with a Rue ball along with an Apocalypse level 7, which is a 240-yard driver, using 2 right spin, and I guess he will move to 3.5 boost as well. Yeah, see, now he will change from 3 toss spin boost to 3.5 toss spin boost. And there is a fixed position, he is not adjusting anything. Applying max right curl. Max right curl, max OP perfect drive. And you can see, takes a nice bounce, clear the water. Take the bounce on the sand and is on the fairway. So a very easy chip for the eagle on hole 1 if you prefer to go with a like a toss spin boost ball and you have the big daddy clubs, epoch 7 or 8. So that's drive 1 option. I will show you drive 2 option as well. Here my opponent is playing with a Zerk and Apocalypse level 5. So if you have Epoch 5, you can still try to go with this shot. Minimum wind I would say is 11.5. He is playing here with 11.9 miles per hour. Max cross spin to right spin. And he makes an adjustment here, which I'm assuming to be max plus 10 P5, and then he pushes to max. Then it seems like outer wall right curl with max OP. He hits perfect. Nice bounce, he clears everything, and he is in the rough. So now even though he is in the rough, it is very close to the pin. You can just like maybe dunk it using the off-roader or the Nirvana, or you can also use the max toss spin approach and have a safe eagle on your hole 1. Now I'm going to show you my play. Like the drive I made, I was also aiming to get onto like the fairway or the green on the next island. However, I clipped the rough on my drive, but I still managed to hit the eagle using a thorn. So reference point here is to keep a ball guideline between the two cactuses there. You see here, between two cactuses. And keep in mind, I'm playing with extra mile level 8, which is a 236-yard driver. Max top spin 6 bars and about 2.5 bars of right side spin. Again, if you want to send it over, you need wind minimum 11.5 miles per hour. So if you don't get that with a berserker, you switch to a wind 0 ball. Adjustment max plus 10, you push to max. Now due to less power on my driver, you will see I will clip the rough. Half wall right curl max OP. Even though we hit perfect, but due to less power on our driver, we clip the rough. But even if you are on this position, it is very manageable to score the eagle. The drive was 376 yards. I will show you how I played for the eagle. I was playing with the thorn, and the elevation and the adjustment I played was medium distance plus 10%, and I spun my ball to the hole. Very important to spin your ball to the hole. First I check the club distance. No pin check available, then it is somewhere between medium distance. So again, using some backspin, some left spin. First I thought maybe directly go at the pin. Then I was like, okay, maybe let's spin the ball to the hole, keeping the ball gut line just to the cup, like that. And from here, I played medium distance plus 10%. Center the ball, hit perfect. Perfect ball, nice camera angle. Right at pin for a sweet eagle on hole 1. Now I showed you 2 drives. I'm going to show you a third drive as well, along with a Bryson ball. So you will have 4 drives to choose from, depending on your club and your availability of premium balls. This is the drive played by my opponent during the main gameplay. He was using a Bryson ball along with Apocalypse level 7. So if you have these, like this equipment and this ball, you can also play this drive. I'm just gonna let the replay play by itself, and you can maybe figure out how to play this one. It clips the rough, and now he's on the fringe. So you couldn't get any easier shot to start your final round with an eagle. So 3 drives to choose from, 1 my drive, 3 opponent's drive. Depending on the availability of the premium ball and the club level you have, you can choose any. You have 3 drives using a 240-yard power driver and 1 drive using a 236-yard driver. So, and don't worry, like once I'm done with the walkthrough, I will have the timestamps mentioned in the comment section so you can navigate in between the holes. Let's look at hole 2. Hole 2 part 3. I missed this one on the left, so I'm going to give you a tweak. At min distance line, half of the yellow ring inside the rough, and you apply spins, keeping the ball guide line to the center right of the cup. You see here, I kept it more towards like left to the end of the cup, but I want you to keep somewhere between center here, just right there. And the elevation, you will play this one is minimum distance plus 0, power 2 ball since we are playing with a katana. I played with power 1 ball. I missed like very close to the left of the pin, so power 2 ball would be the best way to go. Center the ball and hit perfect. We hit perfect, and you will see we will miss this one very close to the pin. Right there. So just adjust the position of your ball guideline, keep it more towards the center right, and you will have a very good chance for a hole in one on hole 2. AAJ, thank you so much for the good luck. JDB Khaner, Happy New Year to you as well, sir. Hole 3, a very good opportunity for an albatross, keeping the same as the qualifying round in empty position. You can start with Apocalypse if you have Epoch 5. I'm playing with extra mile level 8. So 6 cross spin, 2 right spin, adjustment for max plus 10% on the drive. And some OP because we have 4 yards less power on extra mile level 8. So about a couple of rings of OP, we try to hit perfect. A little more than half ball right curl. We get a very nice rollout as well. 391 yards. So the target yardage for the drive would be 385 to 390 yards, somewhere there. Now, this is my recommendation. If you go somewhere between like 390 plus yards, then just play minimum distance at minus 10% elevation. If you go between 385 to 390 yards, then you play minus 10% at slider. The reason why I'm going to show you now. Here I count the rings from min for my sniper. See here, I will take my grid and count the rings from min. So that's like 3 rings and taking the yellow ring by the rough. So 3 rings was 8% slider, and then I tweaked my spins there. See right there. I played this one minus 5% at 8% slider, and I missed this one to the right. Had I played this one minus 10% just at minimum distance, I would have had a very good chance for dropping this one for the albatross. So only 2 pointers to keep in mind. Center the ball, hit perfect. We missed by like half green square to the right of the pin. So if you are 390 yards, minus 10% minimum distance of your sniper, ball guideline through the hole. If you are between 385 to 390 yards, you play a minus 10% at slider. And if you're still confused, maybe consider using a practice token first, get a feel of the second shot, and then you can play on your main round. Now for hole 4, I'm going to show you 2 approaches. One is the layup approach with the thorn. Second is the send it approach with an apocalypse and a zerg ball. Now for the send it approach, 11.5 miles per hour berserker along with epoch 4. The reference point here for you guys will be this pink tree. See this one? This pink tree will be your reference point. If you have a crosswind angle, you will push about half rings to the left of the tree. If you have tailwind angle, you will keep it on the tree. And 11.5 miles per hour, I'm using 2 right spin along with 4 bars of toss spin. See, I will switch now to 4 toss spin and 2 right spin. Max right curl, a power slice. See, we roll through the sand. So maybe it was not an exact crosswind angle. Like I could have kept maybe just on the tree and be on the fairway directly without clipping the bunker. So crosswind and the tailwind angle is very crucial to keep in mind here. If you do not adjust like some rings to the left in case of crosswind angle, you might directly go in the water. So a risky drive, but I would say 80% of the times you will be safe. Now, if you are up the hill like I was there, then you will play the max toss spin shot with your wedge. See, very uphill elevation here. You lay back your club, you apply max toss spin, keeping the ball guideline to the hole. See right there. And you will play regular EB school method at 30% elevation, not 20. Play this one at 30. So for 10.9, rapier level 7, I guess it was 2.5 rings, if I'm not wrong. You center the ball and you hit perfect. Right there. And we come in for a very sweet eagle. Right at the pin. Now for hole 4, we are going to look at the second option played by my opponent, which is a layup option using a regular 240-yard driver, 236-yard driver, and second shot will be played with thorn. So he's using Apocalypse level 6 along with the Titan ball. And I will not comment on the elevation or anything. I mean, spins you can just see from the video, but elevation, if I were to play this one, I would play a max plus 10%. The reason why I don't want to comment on the elevation is because if I like speak something wrong and you get it wrong as well, then I don't want to get blamed on it, you know. So just try to mimic the position of my opponent. Little less than max right curl. Hits a great left, but it is still safe because we have a win from left to right, so nothing to be worried about there. $384. So maybe the drive yardage should be 380 to 385 from the looks of it. Second shot with the thorn will be played at 10% elevation at slider. You see, you have a straight tailwind. So if I were to play this second shot, I would just count the rings from min and play this one at 10% slider. For thorn, one ring is 1% slider. Keep the ball guideline short since you have a tailwind. If you keep it just to the cup, you will come in too hot and bounce off the pin. Again, second shot, 10% at slider. Count the rings from min. So hole 1, you have 4 drives to choose from. Hole 4, you have 2 gameplays to choose from. Whichever makes you comfortable, you can go ahead with that. Sky, how are you, sir? Thank you so much for the good luck. Greens, black-eyed peas. I don't eat black-eyed peas. I eat kidney beans. I mean, I like it often, but you know, not that much compared to kidney beans. Hole 5, par 5. Here we are going to play with a Kingslayer ball along with Apocalypse level 4. You can play with any level Apocalypse. For the drive reference, you will have your ball guideline going like this. That's your second bounce. This is your second bounce. And your third bounce should be somewhere here in the rough, okay? So mimic the landing position just like that. And for the adjustment, we are going to have max plus 0. 6 toss spin, 3 right spin. Max plus 0. 1 ball right curl, and we try to hit perfect. Nice perfect ball. You can play with the rock or the quarterback, but I don't want you to go into any overpower whatsoever, considering the wind direction as well. Even though they are accurate clubs, but why to take the risk when you can play a very easy drive with the APOC? Now, second shot, I did not adjust any spins or my landing position because, as you can see, when my game started, I was already having the ball guideline short and towards the pin, and I like this landing position very much. However, I would recommend using some left spin. I would recommend using some left spin, and you would have for this shot, you would play max plus 15%. I hit perfect, and I do come in a little short and maybe a little right of the pin. So some left spin and combined with about zero point 0.5 toss spin as well. And that will give you a good chance for the albatross on hole 5. Hole number 6, hole 6 part 3. Here I came very close for the hole in 1. You will apply 2.1 right spin and 2 back spin. See right there. Once you have that, you will keep the ball guide line on the right edge of the cup. Right there. With the yellow ring touching the rough on top. Adjustment, you are going to play this one at medium distance plus 15% power 3 ball numbers as you are playing with the Kingmaker. And when it's time to take your shot, you will do this much. So you see, as you can see from here, I do not touch the bottom teeth with my ball. There is a little gap, so there is a little underpower, and I use some right spin. Right curl, not right spin. So zooming in more right here, some underpower, some right curl, and you try to hit perfect. I hit a great left, which was not good. We clipped the rough very nice, but we will miss this one right there. If you hit a perfect shot, you will have a very good chance for a hole in 1. I highly recommend using at least 2 practice tokens to get a feel of the shot because you have right curl, you have some baby underpower as well to deal with. But if executed correctly, you will have a very good chance for a drop. Hole 7 par 4. Here I'm playing with extra mile level 8 along with the Kingmaker ball, 6 toss spin and 3 left spin. This is just a regular drive so that you get in a very good position for the thorn approach for the second shot. I keep it somewhere at the plus 8 yard mark using extra mile level 8, which is once again a 236 yard driver. Regular adjustment, max plus 10% and half ball left curl. We are targeting a target yardage between 350 to 360 yards depending on the roll you get. If you get a dead roll, it will be 350 yards. If you get a decent roll, 355 somewhere. If you get a longer roll, it will be 360 yards. So 350 to 360 is the target yardage. We hit a nice perfect drive and a decent roll here for 355 yards. So we got a decent roll. Second shot, we are going to play 10% at slider. So here I played about 50%. Yeah, that is exact medium distance of the club, 50% slider and 10% elevation, keeping the ball guide line just to the pin because we have a hint of tailwind as well. So if you want to calculate your slider, you can measure the rings from min. Phil, how are you, sir? Thank you so much for the good luck. Playing with the thorn, you pull over the bullseye, center the ball, and hit perfect. Perfect ball. Nice camera angle. and we drop it right at the pin for a sweet eagle. So from 355 yards, 50% that is exact medium distance of the club at 10% elevation. If you are still worried about the slider percent, you can obviously count the rings from min. For thorn, it is one ring per slider. Now for hole 8, I have a very good approach for which I use the recording feature. So come on. Okay, unfortunately, maybe I cannot play it. Okay, it is here. Let me do something about it. Come on. This is video capture, window capture. Okay, now you will be able to see. I will just like pause myself. Okay, this you go. And you pull this one here. Here you are going to see a ball swap. First, I will start with a navigator ball at complete min distance. Okay, let my opponent play the shot first. Maybe I can do this one. I don't think so. Okay, it doesn't show me the option. Meanwhile, our opponent takes the shot. I will tell you what I'm doing here. We will start at the min distance club of your quarterback level 5 plus or 6 plus. Then you will have the yellow ring touching the rough on the left. You will start with the navigator ball. You will apply 1 right spin and 0.5 back spin. Once you are done with that, you will change from navigator to either a Kingslayer or a Kingmaker ball. You need a wind below 8 miles per hour. So whichever ball gives you that wind range, you switch onto that ball. Once you switch to the ball, you will automatically come into the guardian range. Now, when you have your position set, you will be using P2 plus 10% for guardian. Even though you are playing with a Kingmaker, you will still play P2 numbers. Now here starting, you see I will find the min distance with my quarterback with the yellow ring touching the rough right there. Then I will apply 1 right spin, 0.5 back spin. Now I will swap the ball to a Kingmaker. I get 7.8, which is below 8. Then I put P2 max 10. Make sure you have a straight pull. P2 max 10, which automatically brings you into the guardian range. You adjust your rings. Here I guess I adjusted 0.2 rings less. That's the reason why I missed this one on the left. Center the ball and hit perfect. We will come in very close. See right there. Had I adjusted the rings correctly, it would have dropped for a hole in one. So that's that. That is hole 8. And once again, like I said, I will have the timestamps mentioned in the comment section. So don't worry, you can directly hit on hole 8 and have a feel of that hole. Very important to have the guardian packed with the quarterback. So once you swap the balls, you will directly come in between, like not in between, you will directly come to the guardian range. Now we will have a look at, where am I? Yep, here. Final hole, final piece of the puzzle. Hole 9 par 5. Here we have a very kind, generous, whatever tailwind. You need a wind of minimum 9 miles per hour. If you don't get that with a Titan, you switch to a Zerk. I played with the Zerk here because I did not have the wind I needed. 6 toss spin, 2 right spin on my extra mile level 8. You use a club which gives you most power along with the toss spin for many of you it would be the Apocalypse, for some of you it would be the Thor's Hammer. In my case, it is Extra Mile level 8. Adjustment max plus 10%, and you push it to max. Outer wall right curl, max OP, you try to hit perfect. Nice perfect ball. You will be having a drive yardage of somewhere between 355 to 360 yards. So 356 yards for me. Second shot, you can play with the sniper, you can play with the big dog, cataclysm, hammerhead, any club you would like. For some reason, I had the hammerhead in my bag, so this is what you're gonna see now. Hammerhead level 6. Now, I'm going to play this one for a safe eagle. If you want to really push it hard, you can apply more right curl. However, risking the right curl in such a high tailwind would be not a wise decision, in my opinion. So, play this one for a safe eagle and try the hole in ones on all the par threes. You will still be able to score minus 17 or 18. I use some backspin, some right spin, then I adjust for max plus 5%. Again, you do not have to play with a hammerhead. You can play with sniper, guardian, big dog, cataclysm, any club you like. I went a little less on the curl. Had I used more curl, maybe I would have had an outside chance for an albatross, but still a very safe eagle putt to end our weekend round. So that was the complete walkthrough. This evening, I will highly likely be streaming like 3 master rounds, somewhere like 7 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Eastern. If you guys like, you can join the stream. If not, I wish you all once again a very happy new year, and timestamps will be on the video shortly in like 15-20 minutes. So let me know how your rounds went in the comment section, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care and have a nice rest of the weekend. Bye bye for now.